Okay, I'm going to start with a brand new Logic project. I want a completely blank project, so having opened Logic, I go to the File menu and I choose New. I'm going to choose an empty project, and what comes up is Logic's Arrange page, and you can see there's nothing in it, but it's asking me to accept that global tracks strip there. We'll deal with that later. It's asking me to create some new tracks. I'm going to create one new audio track. Select audio and then hit create. Bingo. Several things have happened. First of all, in the arrange window, this new audio track has appeared. It's got this little drawing of a waveform that identifies it as an audio track. It's called audio 1. It's got these buttons: input, record ready, mute and solo. And down here a channel strip has appeared, also called audio 1. It's got things like the same 4 buttons: input, mute, record and solo. It's got a volume fader for turning the volume up and down, a pan pot for turning that sound to the left or the right in the stereo picture, input and output assignments, we'll talk about those later, and various other things, inserts and sends, we'll talk about those later. Also, this new stereo output master fader has appeared. All of the tracks that are created by default get sent to that master output. It's like the master faders on a mixing desk. Again, we'll get into more detail later. But the 3 things are tied together. If I click on the mixer button, I see that in my mixer page, again, the same channel strip has appeared. It's called audio 1 and it's the same thing. If I rename this to, let's say, guitar 1, GTR1 for short, we will see that everything associated with that track gets renamed. The channel strip has been renamed, and I now have a track in the arrange window and a channel strip in the mixer that are linked together. And this is the equivalent to a piece of tape. And as the playhead moves along that piece of tape, it plays back the sound that's on there. And this mixer channel strip controls the sound that's coming off that track. So the two are very strongly linked together. Okay, now I'm going to go File, Save As, and I want to name my project. A dialog appears asking me what I want to call it and where I want to put it, and it shows me all of my hard drives, and I'm going to call it Logic Tuition 101 Unit 1, and I'm going to save it onto my working drive. I'm going to create a new folder called Logic Tuition. Hit create and then hit save. I've typed in the correct file name, Logic Tuition, Logic 101 Unit 1, and save. Now if I go and hide Logic and then go and look on my working drive, which is where I saved it, there's a new folder called Logic Tuition. There we are. Inside it is a folder with the name of the song that I just typed in. And inside that folder, there are 2 things. First of all, there's that Logic document called Logic 101, and it's made itself a folder called audio files. Now, I didn't tell it to do that. It did that automatically. It's important to understand the difference. The one that I've just clicked on, the song, is like the recipe that tells the computer how to put everything together to make my song. And in the audio files folder, that's where the bits of sound that I record are kept. So it doesn't make sense to copy the Logic song across to a flash drive unless you take the audio files with it. If you just take the song, all you've done is take the recipe without the ingredients. So you need to copy this whole folder, your whole song folder. Okay, that's basically it. Now let's recap. We created a new audio track and Logic automatically created its associated channel strip to go with it. Those two are combined together.